Embedding a Google Calendar has been popular amongst our teachers because all of our students with their Hopkins Apps account have the ability to subscribe to their teachers' calendars really easily. If they're logged into their apps calendar and they're on the Moodle page, they click on the plus button down here, they're subscribed to the calendars, which can be nice for students. So I want to show you how to do that. First of all, you have a couple options in this particular Moodle page. Kirsten Slindy has her calendar embedded in what we call agenda view, which is kind of like a list, and it's in an HTML block on the right-hand side of her page. So you can embed it that way. And then I thought I'd hop over and show you Karen Johnson's page, because what she's chosen to do is she has chosen to embed it in monthly view in one of her topic blocks in the center section. And that works as well. It's really up to you. So I'm going to show you how to do both of those techniques. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have your Moodle page, which I have a blank Moodle page open. I'm going to slide this tab over. You want your Moodle page open. You're going to want your apps calendar open. And one thing that will allow you to avoid some trouble later is just to make sure you're not logged into your personal Google account when you do this, because that causes a little bit of a glitchiness. So if you click over in the upper right hand corner, just double check to make sure the only Google account that's showing up there is your apps account. And if you're in your personal account, just sign out for now and sign in later. Okay. So I have created a calendar for a science class. So if I were to add something to the calendar, so if I go to click and maybe I'm going to add it right here on Saturday, keep in mind that you want to make sure that you don't put it on your personal calendar. You're going to have to click here and make sure you get it on your classroom calendar. So I'm just going to put a little thing here like sleep in, it is Saturday. All right. So I create that event, it's color coded to the color of the calendar that I added. So then if you're going to embed that on your Moodle page, you have to get this code. And so if I hover over that calendar, I am going to click on the arrow, it's a pull down or triangle here, and you're going to want to go to calendar settings. And if you scroll to the middle, you have an option to embed this calendar, and that means put it on a website. Moodle is a website. And you can customize how it looks. And so you're going to click on Customize, and the default is in monthly view, but you got all kinds of things that you can change over here to customize your calendar. So note that you can embed it in monthly view or agenda view. Agenda view is like a list. And always, this is weird, but I'm going to advise that you always put in 100% instead of a certain number of pixels. Pixels is an absolute unit of measurement, but if you put in 100%, just trust me that what's going to happen is that when you put it in your Moodle page, it's going to fill whatever column you put it in, and that is the best way to do it. So you want to make sure that you choose the calendar you want to display, and in this case it is my classroom calendar that I set up. If you've subscribed to the school calendar, you could add that as well. Make sure you're on the right time zone. You can show and hide these things and see what you like, but I'm just going to keep all of them in there for now. But just as an example, if I took out the title, then it just removes the title right here. So once you have made your customizations, you're going to go up here and you want to select this entire bit of code. I do it by triple clicking. You may do like a click and drag to get it all, but you want to make sure you scroll up and down to make sure you have the whole thing. You can copy the code by hitting Command C on your keyboard on a Mac, or you could go up to the Edit menu and click Copy. Now I'm going to go put it on my page. Now again, remember I'm doing the agenda view. So I want it in an HTML block. So I turn my editing on. I'm going to scroll down to add a block, and I'm going to put it in an HTML block. So that block, if I scroll back down, is right here. So if I want to put something in that block, I pull down here and say Configure. This is the most important part. You can't just paste the code in the editing window because then your users will see a bunch of gobbledygook. You have to transition into HTML mode where you paste this code. You don't even need to know what it means. You click update, and that will translate itself into the embedded calendar where you can save changes. So now I got it down here, and I can do my drag and drop and drag it up my page if I want to put it somewhere else on my page. You click on this icon to move it around. All right, what if you want to put it right here at the top of your page? Well, then you're going to go back to your code and you're going to embed the monthly view, which looks something like this. Monthly view, I would say at the most you're going to want it 500 pixels high. That's about this big. Again, 100% it will always fill the column you're putting it into. I'm going to copy the code. I'm going back to my Moodle page. I want to put it in the label above at the top of my course. I click on that to get into edit, go into my HTML, paste it, hit update, save changes, and now it is embedded with my one event in the center section.